Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. In the last episode we got Jack on board. It's exactly what we wanted. Well, it's not perfect, but having this means we're going to have a ton more ricochets going off. We're going to carry on working on our legendary gems today. I did think about us going off and killing Rakanos and... in fact, let's start off by killing Rakanos because that one's going to be nice and straightforward. So we put the difficulty up to Torment 8. So things are going to be a little bit more difficult, but they're not going to be massively more difficult. But yeah, with the boss fights, of course, bounce. Oh my word! With the boss fights, you've got nothing really to ricochet against, so you do have to bear that in mind when you're planning these things out. Take all these deaths. Let me into that dagger. Right, got it. Rakanos also quite quick and easy to get to, whereas Adria is going to take a long time for us to hunt through and find. Our shield is so strong. So the other good thing about Jack on board is it's almost quadrupled our damage. Just because of its own ability to increase Blessed Shield's damage. So we've been able to bump the difficulty up to Torment 8 because we found an extra ancient item. Now we're doing even more damage. So smack. Look at that. Look how quick that's going through. Only with Blessed Shield though. So resource usage is going to be our big thing now. Getting Blessed Shield so that it doesn't have a resource cost is high on my list. Yongjan Do. And a puzzle ring. We could go and fight Greed. I'm quite tempted by that.
I need to go back.
Yeah, I'm like seriously tempted by that. Yeah, we're gonna go fight Greed. Okay, so let's put this down. Yongjan Do's alright. It's not brilliant. I'm gonna salvage up all the tosh that we've got, and we can just go kick around in the vault for a little bit. Bang, bang. We do a lot of damage. It's just such an efficient skill. I just wish it was free. Right, you. Let me take all of your bits. There we go. Can get our wrath back on all of these guys. But yeah, having it increased by 328% means it's doing 4.2 times the damage that it was before. In addition, in the last episode, we got another ancient item. We got the strong arm braces. We don't actually care about strong arm braces. They're not part of our build plan. But I forgot to check what it was we actually wanted. I'll check that another time. But they are good because being ancient means we're going to get even more damage from the season bonus for the Legacy of Nightmares. And yeah, we are just absolutely stonking through all this. Look at all the money, 28 million. One hit, and he was gone. So I don't think greed's going to be a problem. She can potentially one-shot us, but I think she always could. Oh my word, we just did 1.5 billion damage with the shield. This is going to be the point where I need to start looking at the convention of elements as it ticks around, and thinking about timing my special abilities for when that triggers, so that we get the most out of the multiplication. Yeah, I'd say we're generally doing okay in our damage output. And of course, getting these guys killed as well is an added benefit for more death's breaths. No, thank you. Oh, I think she actually just bled out while while we were moving out of the way. Gloves, ring, boon of the Hoarder. Yeah. All the good stuff. And of course, stomp, stomp, chomp, chomp, chomp. I'd say that was pretty good. Pretty good. 54 million should keep us in money for quite a while. An ancient focus. That's interesting. Actually, yeah, it is interesting, because an ancient focus would actually give us more damage increase. Would it give us more damage? No, it wouldn't, because it would be adding on to... This is the point where math is very, very interesting. So this would increase the number of ancient items we have, and thus the multiplicative bonus from the Legacy of Nightmares set. Whereas the Convention of Elements is its own multiplication, and it is almost perfect. So the Convention of Elements, when it ticks round, it triples our damage. Gain 197% increased damage means it's every attack is doing 297 of what it is. Adding focus into the mix, we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ancient items. This would add a 6th, which isn't going to do the same level of increase. So the Convention of Elements is actually better. Swapping Justice Lantern out, that might be worthwhile, but the damage reduction we're getting from Justice Lantern, I really want to keep. So, yeah, not actually as good for us. The Will of the Light. That's a Crusader. Obviously, I put those in the wrong place earlier. We'll pretend that didn't happen. I'm just gonna get rid of them. Don't look, people. Don't look. It's embarrassing. Boon of the Hoarder, that can go across here. We might put some points in it eventually, especially if we're gonna need more money. But this, for now, can go over there, and it'll just sit quite happily on the side. Drop those off. Let's salvage up all the rest, and we can jump in and do some more Greater Rifts. Or maybe let's go kill Adria. Let's go kill Adria. We'll get it done, and then we can see what the next part of the journey is that we need. It's gonna... Oh yeah, it'll be set dungeon. But yeah, if we get Adria ticked off, then we don't need to worry about her. So West March. Oh, it's actually kill Adria as the thing. So we're going to get some experience on the way there, of course. We still have the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac in the cube at the moment. It's providing us a little bit of cooldown reduction, which is helping us keep our mobility up. I am a little bit worried about the amount of damage Adria's going to do with her like blood shower, little blood creepy things that crawl along the floor. All of that stuff, but I think we should be okay. Yeah, more death breath. So, now that we've got Jack on board, one-handed flails, that's what we're going to be upgrading. One-handed flails all the time until we get the requirement for Blessed Shield gone. Once we got that, I don't think we actually have anything that will take any wrath away. It's the only spender that we have in terms of skills. And of course, we'll remember to put our Garrigan points in just before we go into fight her. I don't think we'll quite make 100, but we might. $219 million. Let's get some fire under these guys. I'm trying to keep that kill bonus up, but it's actually really hard unless like you go through without killing anything first of all, and then once you've got all the areas opened up, you go and do all the murdering at the same time. Especially when resources are at a premium for your character. Look at that ricochet! That ricochet is so good. That is really what we are all about. And each of those doing a little bit of area damage. Get in on this, get in on that. Right, there's the 99. Can we make it to 100 before we go in to see her? Interesting that shielding doesn't actually stop them getting feared. That's a mechanic I didn't know about. I love that we've got so many bounces and all that extra damage. I am so happy about the end of the last episode. That honestly wasn't expected. It was very, very welcome. I thought we were going to be struggling like right till the end of the season just to find one. Because it can happen. I mean, you can go weeks without seeing the one thing that you want. I would like to think that there's, I mean, there used to be talk about smart loot, specifically aiming for things that you want. Yeah, we just made it to 100. But mostly it was based around class items and you know, does it roll with strength, does it roll with intelligence, vitality. I would like to think that there's some level of smartness in looking at the skills that you're using and what might benefit that. But obviously, that's already been disputed many, many times. Okay. Maximum damage for a moment. And she is half dead. This is good. Ow. Well, I mean, whatever indeed. That was dangerous, but most of the combat we were perfectly fine, and then we weren't. Didn't trigger a death, so I will call that very much a win. So the last thing that we have to do at Slayer is do a set dungeon. I'm not going to do that today. We'll save that for another time. I can remind myself where it is, and we can spend time trying and failing, as you often do. 31 death stress. Let's try and make ourselves a one-handed flail. I mean, we could also make the Golden Scourge and just try with that, but there's no point in us replacing Echoing Fury until we actually get the one that we want. So, right. Upgrade rare item. It is not what we want. It is not even close to what we want. Well, I mean, it's a flail, so it's sort of close to what we want, but it is not the right flail. So that is a shame. We're going to go to Kadala and ask for rings, because we still need unities.
That's too expensive.
Another Litany of the Undaunted. I'll just salvage that one up. There's no point in us holding on to it. And one good thing that they've done this season is you can actually have a look at the next level of objectives to see what there is. We're going to have to get up to Torment 10, get 3 gems to 35, craft a flawless royal gem at the Jewel Crafter, Soul of Torment 10, Master Set Dungeon, Torment 10, GL 40, convert a set item. So all of that is stuff we're not interested in doing at the moment. Let's just jump in and we'll do another rift. And he's off to a cracking start. Just like obliterating everything. This shield is so good. It is so good. I mean, I'm almost tempted to not get Unity and just keep with the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac for the cooldown reduction on everything, just so I can keep charging around all over the place. Because it will also be reducing the cooldown of Akarat's champion, so there's definitely a benefit to be had there. Oh my word! I really want this this Wrath cost to be gone. That's all right. We're doing okay. Not feeling very mobile at the moment, but there we go. Get them all nice and close to each other. Take advantage of some of that area damage. The other thing is, if we keep the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, once we're constantly using Blessed Shield, the cooldown for our defensive abilities is also going to be reduced constantly. I mean, it is being reduced at the moment, it's just not as efficient as it could be. So we'll be able to keep that iron skin up. Ooh, more. Hello. Let's get some fire going under you. This is a little bit very dangerous. Temporarily retreating. So we have triggered a death. That's alright. Akarat's champion itself is going to be giving us an extra life. But of course, we don't want to go and do anything foolish. So let's just stand here for a second while I just... ooh. We actually want an ancient Leoric's crown. Not a broken crown, though. Yeah, we've definitely got the Prophet edition, which will allow us to heal up if we're in champion mode. Right, extra life is back. Not really a brown trousers at the moment because we had a way out, but my mobility skills were all on cooldown, so it was a matter of like, can I do enough to really just force my way through this? And not having the Wrath to do what I wanted was frustrating. Polearm. Imperium Messenger, maybe. Hi, guys. Would you mind holding my shield temporarily while I just walk around the area and kill your friends? Avenger's so funny because of how large they end up getting. Wow, did you see him explode? I saw that we just ticked round onto the fire thing for Convention of Elements. I was like, I could probably hit him. It was very Captain America. All right, let's move into the next section. Ooh, Fleeting Shrine, yeah, why not? And Channeling Pylon. Channeling Pylon is brilliant. Ooh, I see you. Bracers, sword, cool. So Channeling Pylon just gives us the flexibility to use all of our skills all the time. And this is as close as it's going to be when we have the correct flail in our hand in terms of being able to just fling shields around. Or at least it was. It doesn't last very long. So it's already gone. Alright, let's get fire under you. And then shields that are bouncing everywhere. Veil crystals. Get him burning. And I think we're moving through to the next area already. I wish we got Wrath for riding over people. That would be good. Keep the focus with the shields, ride out when necessary. As long as there's a whole bunch of them together, it will just keep ricocheting and doing little mini explosions. Which is really what we want. And when it's on the Convention of Elements for Fire and we pop Akarat's champion at the same time, it's just like even more. Very much feel like a glass cannon. Very much so. Removing the resource cost for Blessed Shield will have the big benefit that we can have Acrylicurus actually doing what it's supposed to be doing and giving us that damage reduction. Ooh, Cool. Rift Guardian time. We'll grab those bits and then Cold Snap. Alright. He is hitting quite hard actually. Not stand directly on that. We did a lot of damage to him while it was round on the fire side, so got him finished off before he caused us any trouble. Yeah, quite a few things for us to ID. So let's see what we have, and then I think we've got time to do one more Greater Rift. No, it's the Pledge of Chaldean. Shackles of the Invoker, Monster Hunter, none of these are really that interesting. So the Broken Crown, that's coming across. Nope. Shackles of the Invoker. No, we've already got one. Now we have a spare. That's fine. Let's put the spare up there. The rest of this all gets salvaged up. So point in there, point in there. I'm definitely feeling the decrease in vitality. From before, as much as we have offset it a little bit, everything is hurting a bit more. $58 million. You know what? Let's take the opportunity to do a little bit of upgrading. So all the diamonds. Because this will help our resistances. So instead of 66 or 60 that it was, we've now got 70 in each of those. It's not a huge increase, but it is an increase. So definitely worth us keeping on top of that. We'll drop those off and let's jump into a Greater Rift. And of course, this one is going to be at Torment 8. Yep, quite a lot of things in the area. We could say that this is very messy. But pretty much everything died, so I think it's fine. I think the thing we were originally fighting was shielded. That's the other thing. I don't want to be using Unity before we have Cormac actually staying alive, because otherwise he could get us killed. Because Unity shares the damage between all wearers. If he ends up taking a lot more damage than I do, it would not be good. Cool. Another elite gun. We're making really good progress through this. Shield just doing its thing over there. So there's two big things that we still need. The two-handed flail and the one-handed flail. The two-handed flail will increase the damage of Blessed Shield for every mob that it hits as it bounces. That's going to be great. And the one-handed one will remove the resource cost. Ooh, do you see that shield pylon? I will have that. Get down into the group, get some more wrath going. Just hit him with one shield and he's gone. The difference in damage between Punish and Blessed Shield now is so pronounced. Still got the shield pylon, so we don't care about these guys exploding around us. Although it's about to wear off, so we need to start paying attention. More shielding, guys. So just very aware that we're potentially wasting resources by attacking them. Another good thing about Checking Board is it bounces. Another good thing about Blessed Shield is it bounces. Checking Board giving us more bounces. So even attacking something that's shielded, it's not going to be a complete waste. Oh yes, please, get your illusions out and make it easier for me to kill you. That'd be perfect. I love the sound of that. Any more elites? Quite a few explodey guys, but there's another elite. Thank you very much for the healing, Cormac. Keeping me alive one day at a time. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty much managing our resources, life wrath, and killing power as well as we could be at this point. Now, I always say that there's definitely more efficient ways to play, but one of the things I love about Diablo is it encourages you to have fun with your build, to try different things out, and having it so that you've got like an approximate plan and then working to build towards it. It means you do get to try out different things on the way. I wasn't planning on having the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac at all in this build, but it's working so well for us. Eventually we will reach the point where we need that extra 50% damage reduction though. Especially with the higher torment levels. There's no way we'll be able to get away with something else. Well, not without really grinding out a ton of Garrigan levels. Which is another viable tactic, I should say. Hi, Amber. Let's not stand directly in your... Ow. Geez, stop running away, mate. Okay. He's done. Let's get all of these bits. Gem of Ease. Brilliant. And we will put the points into the Bane of the Trapped. Ooh, that might be Leoric's Crown. If that is... At the moment, we've got an Ancient Guardians on top, but we do eventually want an Ancient Leoric's Crown. With a diamond in for cooldown reduction, of course. So, let's see what we have, and then we will draw an end to this episode. While we're IDing stuff, I'll put points in. Acker's Manacles! We wanted this, and it's an ancient one. This is so good. And it's got a good roll on it. Lightning skills deal 20% more damage. We're going to have to re-roll that. But critical hit chance. This is so good for us. That is amazing. It is Leoric's Crown. It's a really good roll on it, actually. But it's not ancient. So for the moment, it's just going to sit over here while we think about it. Traveller's Pledge. That can go over here. And Gem of Ease, of course, can sit there. Right, Strong Embrace is your ancient. You can sit at the back. And yeah, let's just see if we can change lightning skills over. Fire skills deal 16%. It's good enough for now. I think that is absolutely amazing. I am so happy about that. Okay, with the 355, we'll just very quickly talk to Kadala about Unity. That's a different Justice Lantern. So we've got one to potentially re-roll. That's good for us. We'll put this over here with... So this is all the stuff that I'm going to be re-rolling. We've got a Wailing Host, which we don't really care about. That can sit at the back over here. And we'll salvage the rest up. So the final question is, how many Death Breaths do we have? We don't have enough, so we can't try for a flail. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. We've done pretty damn well getting Akham's Manacles out. I'm very happy with that. That's even more damage for the first enemy that gets hit. Spot on, spot on. If you are liking these videos, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.